Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do a controversial video here, but what I'm going to do is go over a pretty popular YouTube EDC setup, and I'm going to talk about how this is very flawed, and I personally wouldn't follow this setup.
For the price of a Wave Plus and the weight of a Skeletool, I have a knife, pliers, ratchet with 14 bits, scissors, pen, tweezers, and flashlight.
So this is by Todd Parker, and one of the cool things about this setup, and this is actually, I like the guy, I think he has really great ideas. This always less than 5 ounces. And it fills out everything he needs it to do, right? So now I tried this out. He has a Topic driver. I love this driver, but he only has a Topic driver by itself. He doesn't bring anything else. Then he uses Leatherman bits. Well, this doesn't work. And you can see it right in his video. The problem is that, okay, so the Leatherman bit will work. So it'll work on like this part of it, right? Which gives you that much space. What the hell? Look at that. It just dropped, right? And it doesn't even stick on there. Okay, that's terrible, right? It doesn't, so you're using only this much, and you know, that sucks, but that's not it. That's not all, folks. This is another reason why it's bad. It doesn't even work on the extension. So that sucks. I'm going to talk about two alternatives that you can do. If you absolutely must go with Leatherman bits, okay, then instead what you can do is get something like a Victorinox Rambler and get an extension here. Okay, this doesn't, you know, you can basically, this isn't, you know, this is very little, but you can actually put it right here. You know, line up the square and just put it right here. Very simple. Pop it on there. Now you've got yourself a bit driver. And now you can go ahead and put this on here, and you can take Leatherman bits, and there you go. That's option one if you must use Leatherman bits. Or option two, which is what I often say, is instead of doing Leatherman bits, picking regular bits, which I think are better. I personally think regular bits are better than Leatherman bits. And I strongly recommend getting an extender. So something like this, which obviously gives you more torque. So right off the bat, that is an improvement over his setup for option one. Now let's go over the scissors. All right, so the next setup is his scissors here. So these are the Victorinox scissors, which come from, from the Card. And, you know, there is some credence to what he's saying. These are actually really good scissors, especially for the weight. But my problem with these is that they're not as effective and they're not very ergonomic, right? They're kind of like tiny. They're kind of like, so, you know, so for example, let's just go ahead and go over some zip ties here. Like you can cut zip ties, you know, like you can, but like it takes a little bit more like, you know, that kind of like you're doing a little bit more effort, right? And another example is, let's just go with paracord, right? So in this case, like, yeah, you can do it. Like, you know, like it can get the job done, but it's like, it's like more effort. So weighs just a little bit more, but it's far better in every single way. So let's just do a quick demonstration with zip ties really quick. So, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, just see that? That's much better than that. And this is paracord. Now, the thing is, people have told me about this scissor. You got to just bend the paracord a little bit, right? Then it'll cut it really fast. Right there, right? See how fast that was? Bend it just a little bit, and then see how that portable this is? This is just as lightweight, and it's a better scissor than that. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is actually the knife, the Bantam. So this is a point of disagreement, but I actually don't think this is a good knife. And I know this is people are going to be like, what? But like, hear me out. It's so thin, and actually, I'm glad to hear that other people have mentioned this. It's so thin that it actually works against you, and it's a bad knife in that sense. So let me explain to you. This is the Victorinox Compact. They both have the same blade. This is actually a better knife because you can actually get a better grip on this. This is a better knife. This actually is shit for actually ergonomics. So the point I'm trying to say is this knife as a knife is not very good. You can get this for like $68 or something like that. This is the Vosteed Mini Pup or something like that. It's such a good knife. This is locking, better steel than that, and it just doesn't cost that much more, and it's a better knife, and it's very lightweight and very compact. And the point I'm trying to say is like, this is a very awkward knife. I just feel like if you're going to be using it and cutting things for a while, you don't want something like this, which is like, you know, this thin. Like you may not think it, but this is pretty shit. Like you actually want something that has a little bit of girth on it when you're cutting. So this is actually a bad knife. All right, the last one I want to talk about is his pen sort of thing that he had in there. Unfortunately, I no longer have it, but I bought it twice and I didn't like it. But I'm going to talk about a suggestion. Why don't you just use the Fisher Space refills? They are about the same, right? But this is writes on everything and writes well, right? And writes on everything. And something like this easily fits in a wallet. You go ahead and put this on. All right, you guys have a great day. Great day. Bye.